Why did I leave Hawaii and come back to a cold place? Well, let's talk about it. Why people are leaving Hawaii, why people are getting priced out of paradise. Because on the cover, on the surface, it would seem that no one would ever want to leave Hawaii. It's an amazing, beautiful paradise destination that is growing and growing. Or is it? Because it turns out people are leaving. A lot of people are leaving. Hawaiians cannot afford to live in Hawaii anymore. And is Hawaii really Hawaii without Hawaiians? So I myself thought that it would be a fun idea to play with to move to Hawaii. And I spent 3 months between 3 different islands: Big Island, Oahu, and Kauai. And I had a blast. I have to tell you, I had an amazing time and I ate some amazing food. On the surface, Hawaii really impresses with its natural beauty, remote isolation, amazing snorkeling, surfing, anything you want to do there, recreation related really, kayaking, mountain climbing, any of it you can do. And it's incredible because you're out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It's just a surreal feeling to fly over most of the Pacific Ocean and get to the most isolated destination in the world. It was absolutely breathtaking and magical. The Aloha Spirit is real and is alive. And I feel is something that the world desperately needs to learn more about. What is Aloha? What does it mean? And it's being in the heart space, and is the best I can break it down. It's a greeting, yes, but it's a way of seeing each other heart to heart that is sorely missing in today's world. And I felt it from the people there. A way of being grateful and generous. Ultimately, the culture is the second reason I wanted to go to Hawaii, because it's such a beautiful, peaceful, loving, kind culture. I mean, maybe it's just because there's no poisonous snakes over there, but I just found the people to be incredibly wonderful, especially on the Big Island, and so generous and loving. They had a lot of Aloha Spirit. And so definitely part of me did not want to leave. And, I'll tell you why. It's easy to see why, you wouldn't want to leave. But why I did leave is mostly financial. It is an expensive place, but you hear that over and over again everywhere. And to me, yes, there's things that are expensive, but also there's things that are a good value. To me, it's more about how good is the value. And I was paying a lot for food, especially in Hawaii, but it was also much better food than I was eating on the mainland, especially for the time of year. And here in winter on the mainland, and I really just felt like that I was out of, I just got tired after traveling for a few months, and not, I at the beginning, I'll say that I was always visiting. It wasn't like I was ever going to not come back to the mainland, because I feel like you really need to visit a place before you decide to move there, and maybe a few times. And so I definitely felt that because I was a visitor, I was definitely treated differently, and I found myself not wanting to tell people I was a visitor because I found it to be embarrassing, because here are these beautiful people, and they live there, and it's hard to just deal with so many constant influx of visitors all the time. It wears on you. And I feel like Hawaii has been overblown a lot in the media and sensationalized by mainland culture to be this ultimate destination. And the reality is that Hawaii is not better or worse than anywhere else. It's just different. And it has things to offer, and it has drawbacks. And I think if you really value nature and being in your heart and caring about humanitarian causes, then Hawaii is a good place to go. But if you want an easy life, I would not go to Hawaii. I would not say that being there is easy at all. And I was taken aback by just how much people are struggling out there. Because like I said, the price of things is high, but also the income is extremely low. Jobs pay hardly anything at all. Like maybe the worst out of any state. And so people just don't have money there. They're just barely scraping by just to be able to hang on by a thread. And, that's not good. Not good. And a recipe for disaster and insecurity. Led to a lot of homeless people. Saw a lot of homeless people out there. Very sad to see. And you say, you think to yourself like, oh, they're living homeless in paradise. It can't be that bad. Yes, it is. Being out there in that sun, oh my gosh, it freaking cooks you. Being near the equator like that, oh my gosh, I could barely handle it. I was putting on so much sunscreen every day. So, there's definitely no escape from the elements, no matter where you are. And that's why I realized, like, oh, man, I kind of do like the cold weather in a way. I like seasons, the changing of the guard, how things evolve and grow through seasons and things live and die. I kind of love that. It's difficult for me to be always in the same season. It feels like Groundhog Day in a way. And so that was part of the reason why I left. I missed winter. And I can't believe I'm saying that. But it's definitely true. Just being out here in the cold, and it has a magic to it. Death of nature is not death in winter. It's just a pause before things get reborn. And I love it so much. So, of course, I missed all my friends too, and community, and that was a big reason why people come back. But also I made friends there that I really loved, and I will say that it really just depends on which island you go on. Oahu, I just did not like the people at all. It's might as well have been LA over there. And it was rough. Rough time. But man, just out in rural Hawaii, some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Have some of the most Aloha Spirit. Mahalo is how you say thank you, and I would love to say that to everybody that I met in rural Hawaii. And my time there made it really special. You know, practically speaking, I could see myself on the Big Island one day. It has this incredible magic to it that I really adored and fell in love with from the moment I landed. Really felt like all that lava rock and that volcano was just speaking to me out there in the middle of the ocean. Wow. Looking back, it's just incredible. But a lot of people just feel like it's a better place to visit rather than live, even though it is, you know, the ultimate destination in the world in a way. So I just think that, you know, as humans, we get attached to our life, and I felt that here in the Southwest, getting attached to all of my friends and community, and I felt like I needed to go and explore that option of living there now before I get completely just enmeshed in the beautiful community here. Going over there really made me appreciate everything that I had here on the mainland, and I do love my life here. It's a good life to be here on the American mainland. It's not something that I forego easily, and for the time being I am choosing not to move. So, you know, we'll see how it feels being here, but, you know, these are just things to think about when, you know, you're making the choice to go out there. And you know, a lot of our decision making as humans is emotional, and we gotta just do what we can handle, because moving to a new place, it challenges our mental health, and being ungrounded like that is hard for a lot of humans, me especially. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying getting my mental health and stability back right now, and reacclimating to the beautiful state that I love over here and own a house in, and I just have a good life. So I love Hawaii. I'd love to go back. I think it's an amazing destination, but it's expensive and it's difficult to live there, and it feels very exclusive. People don't really want to be, you know, opening up their community that much over there, because everybody wants to live there. It's Hawaii. On paper, it looks incredible. But you know, if you want to rent a room, it's going to cost you $1,200, and good luck finding one. And then you got to buy a car over there, and so it gets expensive. It gets expensive, you know. So just consider all that before you give everything up and buy a one-way ticket. I'm laughing because that's what I did. I bought a one-way ticket, but ended up buying another one-way right back. And yeah, so I'm a professional poet, and part of the appeal was year-round work over there and being able to, you know, make money off the tourists over there. And some of that was true, but mostly people were just struggling. And I think it's also the state of our economy right now is just very difficult, and I think that's partially why the plane tickets have gone down so much. Used to be $500 one way to Hawaii, and now it's more like $200 one way. And so I think that's also part of why I wanted to go try it out. I was like, wait, why is this so inexpensive? It's 2,400 miles from the mainland. It's so far out there. But yeah, sure enough, people are getting priced out of paradise. It's hard to see. It's hard to see all that homelessness over there. Oh. So I just wish everybody well and hope that they can make it in these challenging times. So just things to think about before you go over to Hawaii. And if you found any value, do something under the video. Daniel Sage here. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Mahalo.